So on Inside Cross River today, we are dedicating this special edition to the mother of Cross River State. This person is a stickler for perfection, a mother to all, and is one woman that has decided that her work in the next 4 years will be humanity beyond borders. She doesn't care where you come from. As far as you are in Cross River State landscape, her responsibility is to make sure that you are okay and perseverance are doing okay, especially women, the less privileged, and of course children. Mommy, I want to start by saying happy birthday.
Thank you so very much, Patrice.
Mommy, 60 years.
It's not a joke at all.
60 years.
6 good decades.
I remember attending your retirement party in Abuja. And then you just swap into a politician in a jiffy. And I watched you navigate the whole of Cross River State, and I'm really proud, Mommy. All right, so let's talk about your experience in the last 10 months. You've never been governor's wife before, and you became governor's wife, but it was as if you've been governor's wife forever. So where did that courage come from?
Beatrice, thank you for having me. Well, you just asked a very pertinent question, but I believe it's divine providence.
Okay.
Because nothing comes by mistake.
Sure.
So, and God, if God gives you a position or an appointment, He equips you for that position. So I believe it's God's handiwork.
Okay.
So He had to equip me for that position, knowing He had prepared me already. I guess God knew He was going to bring this my way. Okay. So He made sure I went through the necessary tiers of government.
Okay.
I've worked in the local government, I've worked in the state government, I've worked in the federal government. So that had also given me experience, a lot of experience administratively, and even in the church too, which has enabled me to be able to lead the people and to lead very well.
All right, that's interesting. You wake up, you're in Obanliko, the next minute you're in Ogoja, the next minute you're in Yala, the next minute you're everywhere. How challenging has it been for you so far?
God had equipped me for that. Okay. I love challenges. It's good to take new things because you learn from those challenges. Having gone through the 3 tiers of government, that had really prepared me in mind, just strengthened me, given me so many experiences to be able to cope with that. But in all, I still attribute it to God's grace. Okay.
How would you want to be celebrated? How would you want to be remembered in this all-important birthday? This milestone, it's iconic and it's for all Cross Riverians. Personally, what do you think you want to do to celebrate this day?
What I want to do, I've started doing it already. Okay. Touching lives, changing destinies. Okay. Like I had to put together a free medical outreach, which I went today to flag off. Okay. That had been my dream, and I did that long before now. Sure. That I was going to use that to usher in my birthday, and of course, which I did today. Okay. So those are the kind of things that give me joy, fulfillment, and accomplishment. Okay. So touching lives, and then particularly the downtrodden, the very indigent ones. Like when I went into the theater today, 3 of them were being operated upon. And one had this hernia, very massive thing for 10 years, which he couldn't get rid of because there was no money. Sure. And then the other 2 were also there. And I feel very fulfilled by the time I came out, because those are the kind of things I love to see, putting smiles on people's faces and then touching lives in one way or the other. Particularly, I don't know why I love health. Okay. Probably because, of course, a healthy person is the one that can lie. And then, again, trying to bridge that gap, because health services in our country, the ones you don't have to, you put it up. Yes. So we need to try to bridge the gaps here and there where health service delivery is concerned. So I try to navigate into that area because I know people in the rural areas particularly have a problem with their health. All
right, so let's talk about your pet project. Your pet project has a very captivating caption. And it's, I've heard people say, humanity without borders. How did she come about that? Why did you choose humanities without borders?
Well, because I have passion for humanity services. Okay. Growing right from when I was a child, I've always loved those kind of things. It's a gift. Giving is a gift. And then also, the Bible has taught me to love. You know, Christ is an embodiment of love.
Yeah.
And if you say you're a Christian and you don't love, then you are just a joker. You've not started anything. So when you're a true Christian and you love, then you must learn to love your neighbor, care for your neighbor, share whatever you have with your neighbor, and then love your neighbor.
Sure.
So, and if I love my neighbor, I should want everything good for my neighbor.
Sure.
So, and hence, since I love things about humanity, I just felt, at first I came up with humanity in totality.
Okay.
And it didn't fly. I now came up with family, something about family.
Yes.
It didn't go through. So I now came up with humanity without borders, and it flew. And
it sounds so amazing.
I mean, and
it sounds very foreign.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was like, hey, God, this is wonderful.
That's why I said divine providence.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything God is, you bring God into, He does it perfectly well.
Okay.
And so when I now came up with that, it flew, and I was very excited.
All right.
And then my motto is, like I said, touching lives and changing destinies.
All right.
So I have to live up to my NGO and then the motto too that I have there.
Right.
So hence I try as much as possible to reach out to people, to impact on people in various ways.
All right. Okay, so being the First Lady and also being the wife of the most formidable individual in Cross River State, the following of His Excellency is massive. People love him to a point where sometimes I get scared. So how are you coping with all this overwhelming followership base of His Excellency the Governor? Because I know that you are the one now that will get to take care of all of these multiple thousands of people. So how are you coping?
That's why I said God will always equip you for any position He puts you in. And so God has equipped me for that. That's why I told you that before I got there, God passed me through the local government, the states, and the federal, and the church.
Okay.
So if you put all these people together, of course, that will give you a very... and I've always
the crowd is massive.
Yes, yeah, I've always found myself at the helm of affairs, leadership, roles, playing leadership roles. So in the church, of course, I think I'm a minister.
Of course.
And I'll let you know, I'm the Vice President of Voice of God Christian Mission.
Yes, I'm aware.
Worldwide.
Okay. Oh, really?
And then when you're in a church and you're a true Christian and a practicing Christian at that, you have to see yourself as a Zoom manager.
Okay.
Even as an administrator.
Okay.
Because you have to manage human resources. You have to manage people from different backgrounds, families, upbringings, characters, and what have you. And then if you call yourself a leader, you should be able to able to bring these people together without crisis, and because you have to be a crisis manager too.
Sure.
So without conflict, in order to keep afloat the organization or the ship, whichever way you put it, you should be able to manage all those things. So you now talked about the followership of His Excellency.
Yes.
So has that answered your question?
Yeah, exactly.
So being married to that kind of a man, God had prepared me already for that position and that role. So I'm doing it and playing the role perfectly well, seamlessly and effortlessly.
It's not in doubt. But Mommy, that leads me to my next question. How did you build capacity to this level? The courage you carry, not just in Cross River State. I have followed your trajectory and all of that. Where did it start from? And how can an average young girl out there that wants to be like you, what should they take into consideration?
God first and foremost.
Okay.
God is the originator of all things. You see, it might interest you to know that once you embrace Christ wholeheartedly, sincerely from the depth of your heart, there must be total transformation.
Okay.
And once that transformation comes in, then you can surmount whatever mountain it is. So if you want to be like me, you have to first of all be like Christ.
Okay.
When you're Christ-like, everything will fall into proper perspective.
Okay.
And then you now follow with your experiences. 6 decades is not a joke.
Sure.
It's a journey. It's a lifetime journey. And of course, having said that, I must have had series on several experiences, ranging from hardship to battles. I've fought so many battles in life.
You can imagine.
And then the joy, laughter, of course, which has helped to shape my character and have given me the resilience and the perseverance and the enduring spirit. So these are all inclusive, but you can only get this through Christ. Because once you embrace Christ and Christ is in you, so many things that you used to do, you won't be able to do them anymore. You'll be humble, but as well be alert and alive to all your responsibilities. So like I said, it is through Christ and providence, divine providence.
Thank you very much, Mommy.
I still attribute it to God.
All right, that's interesting. The Bible talks about 70 years. So you've done 60, and you have 60 more to go, or even 100. Mommy, so how do you want to spend the rest of your life?
The Bible said if you get 70, 70, it's okay. But you can even live beyond that, and it's still good. So I intend to spend the rest of my years serving God and humanity. And that's all I have to do on earth.
All right.
Because God has been faithful to me. I'm an achiever. I've accomplished everything. I retired last year. I wasn't 60 when I retired. Retired by service. So you see, and I had gotten to the peak. I retired as a director in service, the federal service. So don't you think I've accomplished?
No, you have. It's not in doubt.
And I'm a grandmother.
I
have kids and I have grandchildren, and I'm looking forward to more of them. And I have political children. I have adopted children. I'm the mother of the universe, not even nation anymore, but the universe, because I have children everywhere I go to. I have children in China, in America, in UK, everywhere. So I can pick up my phone anytime to call anyone, and I have a child, children or a child there. So I think it's the grace of God that is sufficient to me.
All right, Mommy, I want to celebrate you. I want to pray to God to give you more grace, more energy.
Thank you.
Keep you strong. And of course, give you the necessary wisdom to provide the needed sweetness in Cross River State.
Thank you.
Because they say behind every successful man, there's a woman. You are a capacity woman in all ramifications. So I want to sing for you before we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you.
Amen.
May the good Lord bless you.
Amen.
May the good Lord bless you, Mommy. May the good Lord bless you. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray.
Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray.
Happy birthday, Mommy.
Thank you, Beatrice.
Congratulations.
Thank you so very much. Thank you,
Mommy, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mommy.